Shure MV7 versus a $34 mic. Let's see how that goes. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cashed Out, and today we're going to be talking about the Shure MV7 and comparing it to the $34 mic I've been using for my YouTube channel for the past 3 years. And I've been using the MOVO, I guess it's VXR10, as the boom mic for my channel here for the past 3 years, and it's actually been fantastic. It's done a good job for what it is. I obviously have had to clean up the audio and post after recording, but it's been really good. It's done a solid job. So I was very curious about using the MV7 as my studio mic, because in this office where I'm recording right now, there's no sound treatment. There's actually no foam on the walls. There's no sound treatment on the walls or anything like that. The closest thing to sound treatment is the carpet on the floor. I tried to fill up the room so we had some stuff to bounce the sound off, but you still get some reverb. So I was curious how this MV7 would do compared to how this $34 mic did. And what I was doing with the mic is I would record the audio, record it to an external recorder, and then run it through Audacity to be able to clean up all the unnecessary background noise and all those things like that. So with the Shure MV7, I don't believe I should have to do that. I'm actually recording on the Shure MV7 right now, and this is just in the auto level profile, so you guys can maybe see a little bit of a difference. Let me know if you notice a difference between this video and my other videos, and we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison between these two mics here later on in this video, but I wanted to see how it would do and how it's gonna handle this kind of room. So let's dive into a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit more about the Shure mic, and then we can dive into the comparison here in a little bit. So to start off, let's talk about the design on this MV7. Now you can tell that it's definitely a high quality mic. It looks similar to the M7B, but just with slightly more rounded features. It's not as defined and sharper edges as the M7B, at least from my opinion, from what I can see. It has a nice metal build and features an XLR jack, a microphone jack, and a USB port on the back. The USB port is a micro USB, but Shure includes a micro to USB-A cable and a micro to USB-C cable with the purchase of this mic. So if you have either ports, you should be able to use this mic with just plug and play. The mic features a touch bar that's pretty cool. It actually allows you to be able to control the volume of the mic, but also allows you to be able to control the volume of the headphones when you're jacked in. So you can toggle between controlling just the mic or just the headphones or both, which is very handy. So that touch bar looks very good, does a really good job of being sensitive to your touch. So you don't have to really fight with it that much. It's really simple, really easy to control. I really like the feel of that touch bar. Now the touch bar controls only work when you've connected the mic via USB. If you're connected using the XLR ports, you're not going to be able to use the touch bar control. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're thinking of using this mic in XLR, just be aware that that volume control in the touch bar is not going to be available, which if you're using an XLR port, then you obviously don't really care about the touch bar. So moving on, I keep hitting the mic. I've got it boomed right below here, but I keep hitting it with my hand. Now when it comes to recording, the Shure MV7 allows you to be able to simultaneously record through USB and the XLR. So if you're in a scenario where you want to have like your main channel be recorded through the XLR and then your backup channel be recorded through the USB, you can actually do that simultaneously, which is super handy. It looks like a really good feature to be able to use if you're streaming or if you want to be able to capture your audio in multiple angles. Now the MV7 comes with the Shure Plus Motive desktop app, and this is a very cool app. It actually allows you to be able to control different features of this mic and really be able to get the most out of it. Now when you dig in here and you kind of look into the settings of this app, you can see that you have all the level controls that you'd want over here. You can toggle between the manual mode or the auto level mode, and within each of those you can be able to see different options. So you can see where you can adjust the mic settings or the mic position, whether you're near to the mic or far, you can adjust those. You can adjust the mic gain, you can adjust the monitor, the EQ, the limiter. You've got all of those things. Whatever you want to adjust with this mic, you can actually modify that. And I really like the auto level feature because you kind of choose what I guess tone that you want to your audio. If you want it to be more of like a darker tone, if you want it to be more of a brighter tone, or if you want it to just be more natural, it'll auto level those settings to be able to give you the best quality audio out of that. And I think that's really handy. And in terms of turnaround time with your audio, I feel like it's really going to speed up your process when you're recording, because you can just make sure that the auto level is set to the tone that you really like. And coming out of here, from what I've seen so far with using this mic, the audio is very crisp, is very clean, and it sounds sounds really good. It sounds really good with those auto level settings. Obviously, you can fine tune it using the manual settings if you want to, but auto level using that Shure app is definitely handy. So the Shure Motive app, definitely a good addition. Make sure you get that and take advantage of that if you choose to go with this mic. All right, so we've covered the specs, we've covered the details in terms of this Shure mic. Let's go ahead and look into what it can actually do now. So we're gonna go ahead and dig into the comparison here, kind of a side-by-side comparison. And what I'm gonna do two different tests, okay? The first test I'm gonna do is just gonna be a raw test. We're not gonna do any adjustments to the audio. We're basically just gonna take the audio straight out of the Shure microphone with the manual settings, no adjustments to it. And then I'm gonna take the audio raw straight out of the $34 mic, my MOVO mic, no adjustments to it at all. I typically would do adjustments to the audio from this MOVO mic on Audacity, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. So here's the first test. We're gonna do it just raw audio, and it's just basically gonna be me talking about how much I love tacos. I mean, I can talk about that for hours, but I kind of control myself a little bit. So me talking about tacos with the Shure mic and also with the MOVO mic. So check it out. Tacos are the bomb. They're so delicious. I literally could eat them every day. There's nothing like a good steak taco. Tacos are the bomb. They're so delicious. I literally could eat them every day. There's nothing like a good steak taco. All right, so what do you think? What did you think about the audio coming out of those two? I feel like the audio out of the MOVO, the raw audio, is very hot. It came in very loud and very hot, which, I mean, it's good, especially when you're capturing things that are a little bit at a distance, and I had it boomed, so it's kind of still in those settings there. But I feel like the audio from the Shure is quieter, but it's still very clean. It's very clean in terms of just the raw output of it. So the next test we're gonna do is let's go ahead and take both of these outputs, and now we're gonna clean them up. For the Shure mic, we're actually gonna use the auto level and let it profile it. We're actually gonna use the dark profile and let it kind of do its things, set its settings the way it should be, and then play from there. But in terms of the MOVO mic, we're actually just gonna use the Audacity settings that I've been using for the past 3 years. I'm actually gonna clean it up just the way I normally do, be able to put the level settings to it, just make it as good as possible, and then compare the two. So here we go. Here's the Shure and the MOVO mic, both cleaned up and at their best, at least. Tacos are the bomb. They're so delicious. I literally could eat them every day. There's nothing like a good steak taco. Tacos are the bomb. They're so delicious. I literally could eat them every day. There's nothing like a good steak taco. All right, so what do you guys think? I mean, is it worth the upgrade? Can this $34 mic do the job, or do I need to keep the Shure mic in terms of an upgrade for my audio? Now, after testing them both, I honestly feel like the MOVO mic did better than I expected it to. For $34 compared to a $200 and something Shure mic, I feel like it did really good, especially after being cleaned up. But the main thing, I started noticing it right away though, as I was listening to both of them, is that the MOVO mic, after being cleaned up, it sounds muffled. I feel like my voice is not as clear as it is on the Shure mic. The Shure mic, definitely you can tell it's a higher quality mic because the audio just comes out clean, it's crisp, and you can tell the difference right away. But I feel like for $34, like if you are on a budget and you're not running around spending $200 on a mic, this MOVO mic and using Audacity or whatever audio cleanup you may have can actually do the trick. And it's done the trick for me for several years, obviously. And you really don't need all the fancy stuff, but when you're ready to upgrade, I feel like the Shure mic is a good upgrade. It's a good option, kind of a next step. It's not the best option. Obviously, there's a lot better mics that you can get for around the same price points, but it's a solid option. It's simple. Using the auto level functionality on there is pretty good. I honestly didn't have any headaches with it. It took me about 5 minutes to plug and play and be ready to go. So super simple to use, and it's very friendly, and the audio sounds good. But honestly, if you're on a budget and you're looking to just say, I just need to get things up and running, this MOVO VXR10, very good mic. Boom it, use Audacity to clean it up, and it'll do a good job. Wrapping it up, Shure mic, definitely a winner. I would have to say, I'm not gonna lie, Shure mic definitely sounds a lot better. And in terms of workflow, it's a lot quicker because you don't have to do a ton of cleanup, a ton of editing in post. You literally can just record right into your computer computer or whatever software you're using and be able to clean it up and use it on your videos moving forward. So that's it for today, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a test, give you an idea of what you can get out of a VXR10, out of a cheap mic compared to what you get out of the Shure mic. Obviously, if you're able to, definitely get the Shure mic if you're able to afford it. But if you're on a budget and you're looking for maybe a cheaper option, this VXR10 mic definitely has done me good, and you can edit it and do some cleanup on the audio in post and still be able to get some high quality audio. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.